memorandum through our channel of SECTEI, so we're just waiting a few minutes to start the channel. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Memorandum of Understanding signature between the KTH Technology Institute and the Secretaria de Educación, Ciencia, Tecnología e Innovación of Mexico City. It is an honor to welcome Ambassador Gunnar Aldén of Sweden in Mexico. Thank you very much for being here. And Professor Stefan Östlund, welcome to SECTEI and particularly to Mexico City. And I would like also to welcome Ms. Christina Murray, advisor of the Presidency of Global Affairs of the KTH Institute. Welcome, Christina. Also, a person with which we've been working in the last months is Mr. Magnus Lindquist, advisor also of the regional area of Latin America of the KTH Institute. Welcome. And it is an honor to present to you Dr. Rosaura Ruiz Gutiérrez, Secretary of Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation in Mexico City. The purpose of the Memorandum of Understanding that we are signing today is especially academic mobility, joint research with scientists from the university, but also some particular areas that the city has interest in working with you, like electrical mobility, which is, by the way, the specialty of Professor Östlund. Well, the program that we have today is mainly the signature, then a few words from each of the signatories. And, but before that, I would like to welcome also Dr. Adolfo Romero Garibay, which is the General Director of the University of Health in Mexico City. It's a recent university that the government of Mexico has put together, mainly because of the pandemic. You know, there was a need of medical doctors and nurses, and now this university welcomes students from all over the country. So we are very proud of the work that he's been doing. Also, Doctora Isabel Vázquez Padilla, General Director of Planning and Evaluation, Strategic in Education. Thank you very much for being here. Dr. Jose Bernardo Rosas Fernandez from Development and Technology Innovation, who you have met already. He welcomed you when you arrived, so thank you for being here. And Dr. Mario Rodriguez Casas, who is here. He's advisor of the Secretary. Thank you very much, Mario. And Gerardo Tamayo. Gerardo Tamayo is there. He is the technical coordinator of the Red Ecos, the network of universities that we've talked, that we share with you the video when we first met. So, it's the main, you know, frame for this Memorandum of Understanding. The network of universities called Red Ecos gathers all the universities and research centers placed in Mexico City, and also some of the health national institutes placed also in Mexico City. So the main institutions of higher education and research are in this network of universities and research centers. Juan Luis Díaz de León, who you've met also, he is in charge of science and outreach. So thank you very much for being here, and I think I've presented everyone here now. So without further ado, I would like to pass the word to Ambassador Gunnar Aldén. Thank you once again for being here.
Muchísimas gracias. Sí, funciona muy bien. Tengo mis palabras aquí en español, pero tengo las traducciones aquí para nuestros amigos suecos. So my words were prepared in Spanish, so it will be a mix here for everyone. But there's a translation for our Swedish friends. Pero un gusto, un gran gusto estar con ustedes, obviamente, hoy. Muchas gracias por la cálida bienvenida. Nosotros, bueno, yo tengo como 7 meses más o menos aquí como embajador de Suecia y estoy aquí con mi colega Mari Carmen Morales de la embajada, y nosotros este tipo de evento es exactamente lo que queremos hacer aquí en México para fortalecer exactamente este tipo de cooperación. Pero bueno, estimada doctora Rosaura Ruiz Gutiérrez, obviamente también doctora Ofelia Angulo Guerrero, un gran gusto estar con ustedes. Y también Stefan y Cristina, en Suecia se hablan de nombres, ¿no? Entonces, Stefan y Cristina, un gusto conocerles aquí. A pleasure to meet you here today. Este evento que vamos a tener hoy es algo especial para mí, porque luego de mi llegada aquí en México, tuve una conversación con el gobierno de la Ciudad de México, la doctora Diana Alarcón, y entonces nosotros estábamos hablando de KTH y la Ciudad de México, que hayan tenido antes una cooperación y se puede reactivar o no, vamos a ver qué va a ser posible. Y sí, ahora estamos aquí para firmar este Memorándum de Entendimiento. Entonces, hay que felicitar eso. Es algo increíble que dentro de 5 meses nada más, con el trabajo, bueno, también de Magnus aquí, pero también de ustedes, del gobierno de la Ciudad de México, ya estamos aquí en este evento. Pero bueno, para la Embajada de Suecia, esta alianza es muy relevante, ya que uno de nuestros ejes principales es precisamente fomentar la cooperación de triple hélice, en la que la academia, la industria, el gobierno trabajan conjuntamente para identificar, investigar y desarrollar tecnologías y servicios innovadores que satisfagan las necesidades de la nación. Considerando lo dispuesto en el Acuerdo de Cooperación Científica y Técnica entre el Gobierno de México y el Gobierno de Suecia, firmado en mayo de 1980, el Memorándum de Entendimiento que firmaremos el día de hoy es un testimonio de la estrecha relación entre México y Suecia. La cooperación educativa y científica es un elemento importante en esta estrategia y subraya la importancia de la formación y la divulgación científica para las relaciones bilaterales y multilaterales y las políticas basadas en la evidencia. Para el gobierno sueco es prioritario crear asociaciones de confianza con países y regiones para que de ese modo se construya una estabilidad internacional. Es así como a través de estas asociaciones se pueden resolver los retos globales. Por ejemplo, el gran desafío mundial al que nos enfrentamos y sigue influyendo a nuestras vidas, la pandemia del COVID-19, en la que los científicos desempeñaron un papel crucial a la hora de asesorar a los gobiernos en la elaboración de políticas. Por otro lado, la recuperación ecológica tras de la pandemia también es crucial. Se necesita investigación y ciencia para el desarrollo en sectores como la movilidad urbana, las ciudades inteligentes, las ciudades electrificadas, el transporte de mercancías. Los cambios que se están produciendo en la sociedad requieren una inversión continua en investigación e innovación para contribuir a la competencia a largo plazo. Eso es muy importante. Y eso es un enfoque prioritario para el gobierno sueco. Estamos financiando mucho en Suecia de la parte del gobierno, pero también del sector privado. Lo hemos comentado hace poco. También quiero destacar que tanto México como Suecia están comprometidos con la implementación de la Agenda 2030 de las Naciones Unidas. El cuarto objetivo del desarrollo sostenible de dicha agenda es la síntesis de las ambiciones para la educación que pretende garantizar una educación inclusiva, equitativa y de calidad. La educación para el desarrollo sostenible está integrada en todos los niveles políticos del sistema educativo sueco. La educación es clave para cumplir nuestros compromisos, las metas de 2030 y el Acuerdo de París. Esto es importante para garantizar la sustentabilidad en el aprendizaje permanente, incluso a través de la formación profesional para garantizar la transición a economías y empleos sostenibles. Entonces, con esas palabras, nada más quisiera felicitar a ustedes para llegar a este punto, a una firma, y nosotros vamos a apoyar de todas las maneras posibles de la parte de la embajada, de mi equipo, para que podamos ahora implementar también este memorándum de entendimiento y que nosotros podamos así también fortalecer aún más las relaciones entre México y Suecia. Muchísimas gracias.
I think I have the challenge now to do it in both languages. Thank you very much, Ambassador. Muchísimas gracias, Embajador. And now I would like to pass the word to Professor Stefan Östlund.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for having us here. I'm glad to be here, as I understand it, and as I wish it to be, a continuation and a strengthening of the collaboration between Sweden and Mexico in science, in technology, innovation, and also education. As Vice President for Global Relations at KTH, the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm, this is really what we're striving for and want to have in the collaboration with foreign countries. And in Latin America, I think we have reached quite a number of collaborations with Mexico already, and I think this is, for us, an extremely important step further. Today, engineers are global, for sure. There are very few engineers working domestically in the world. And if you are an engineer, you have to be educated in a global world as well. So for KTH, it's very important that we have collaborations with strong countries, that we can send out our students to countries like Mexico, and also to receive a number of students from Mexico. So right now, we have collaborations with a number of institutions in Mexico which are very fruitful. And as a detail, last year when we made a video for welcoming all international students to KTH, the student that did the welcoming part of the video was a Mexican student studying in system control and robotics at KTH. So it's a good sign that we are working with the whole world, and Mexico is in that way very important for us. Also today, I would say, at least many of the challenges we are facing are global, so we need the global collaboration as well for developing new ideas, innovation, and doing research as well. And I think this memorandum of understanding is the first step for us now to take it further and to be even more concrete than we have been previously. So I'm really looking forward to this collaboration. I'm also very happy to see that electrification is one of the targets. And of course, as a Swede, you're happy to see that the buses are from Volvo and from Scania. And in fact, the biggest industrial partner to KTH, we have a strategic partnership with a number of companies. The biggest one is actually Scania, which is the truck manufacturer. And as an electrical engineer, it's also very nice to realize that today, when they hire people at Scania, they hire probably 5 electrical engineers and 1 working with diesel motors. So this is the life we have today, and this is where we have to start. And I would say this electrification initiative could also be very interesting for us at KTH. We do a lot of different things in that context. So, as a technical university, we are dealing with education and research and not at least collaboration. And in Sweden, it's extremely important for universities to collaborate with different stakeholders. And for us, working with ministries dealing with the same topics is as important sometimes as working with the research collaborations. So as well in Sweden, we are working very often in what we call the triple helix context, which means that we collaborate between the universities, the ministries, and the companies. And that is, in many ways, a very successful collaboration. And I think for us now, in this context, this kind of triple helix collaborations would be a very nice and interesting possibility to further explore. So, thanks again for having us here. Looking forward to the future of this collaboration and to be even more concrete in the future. And I'm looking forward to my next visit to Mexico, where I will be able to see a lot of different things compared to well, this very short one.
May it be a longer one.
The longer one. I will come back. This really gives me hope to be able to do something very concrete and tangible. Thank you very much.
Thank you. As Ambassador said, thank you, Stefan. And with this frame, I don't want to leave out presenting Mari Carmen, which has been the contact with the embassy here in Mexico. So thank you very much, Mari Carmen Morales, for making all the arrangements to have this meeting today. And thanking her, I also want to thank Diana Larcon and her team for helping us also with this approach, you know, for having this Memorandum of Understanding signature today. Thank you very much. And I want to also add to what Stefan said, that it's nice to have this Memorandum of Understanding signatures when some work has been going on already. You know, it's not the first step, but I know from the meetings that we have had by Zoom that the Instituto Politécnico Nacional has a very good relationship with KTH, and they do academic exchange and also some research projects together. And also with Tecnológico de Monterrey. Both of them are part of the network of universities in Mexico City. Muchísimas gracias a todos y a todas. Mari Carmen, muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Agregué que es interesante firmar convenios cuando ya hay trabajo hecho y ya tiene trabajo de colaboración con el Instituto Politécnico Nacional y con el Instituto Tecnológico de Estudios Superiores de Monterrey, y lo que queremos es expandir esa colaboración a otros miembros de la red ECOS. I would like now to pass the word to Cristina Murray. Thank you very much again, Cristina, for being here. She's advisor of the presidency, of the president of the KTH Institute.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here, even though it's way too short. We know we're coming back, so. I won't say very many words, but I just want to get back and relate to, and being Swedish now, I will use the first name, so I will get back to what Gunnar and Stefan were addressing. I think the societal impact that we have through research collaboration with other actors, for example, enterprises, but also the public sector, that impact should not be underestimated. It's really important. And for example, KTH and the city of Stockholm, we have a lot of focus on developing the sustainable city in Stockholm. And there are very many research groups at KTH who are working with these issues that have been put to us from the city to work with in our research. And issues such as housing, transport, climate, everything that is related to the sustainable city. And I can talk for ages about that. I won't do that now, but I'll be happy to develop that further on if we meet another time. There are high ambitions regarding the sustainability goals at KTH, and we're striving to have a leading position there with the work. And I just want to end up with saying that we really look forward to the future collaboration with Mexico. Not only, and I want to stress this because this is something which is really important for my president, not to forget the educational part. Research, absolutely, but the key to research is to have the education in place and to work also with the education. So we think that is also of the utmost importance. So with that, I just thank you very much for hosting us, and it's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cristina. Muchísimas gracias, Cristina. And I want to add also something of the experience of Magnus, because this is something that really caught our attention with a network of universities. He has worked in some of the projects of Erasmus+, and that the Secretary has told us, pointed us that we need to get closer to that experience to apply it in this network of universities in Mexico City. And also the Alliance of European Universities with Horizon 2020. Also, we would like to know more about your experience on that area. And now I would like to ask our friend here to bring we're gonna do the signatures now. And please come and Leonardo, help us with that. And there are 2 exemplars, one in Spanish and one in English, so they will be signed in both. En este momento están firmando los convenios, son 2 convenios, 2 ejemplares en inglés y 2 en español, uno para la Universidad de Suecia y otro para aquí la Secretaría de Educación, Ciencia, Tecnología e Innovación. Ahora que los terminan de firmar, vamos a colocarnos de pie. We'll be standing up to show the documents and the official picture. Vamos a tomar la fotografía oficial mostrando los documentos firmados por el Vicepresidente de Relaciones Globales de KTH y la Secretaria de Educación, Ciencia, Tecnología e Innovación. Muchísimas felicidades. We can sit down again, please. Nos sentamos de nuevo. En este momento cederemos el uso de la voz a la Secretaria de Educación, Ciencia, Tecnología e Innovación.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I want to thank the Ambassador to make this job that we can have now this agreement. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The advisor of the President, is an honor to have you here, and the same for the Vice President of the University. For us, it's really, really important to have this kind of agreement because it's our job to make the relationships with the universities, as Ofelia said before. The most important universities and the most important research centers are in this web that we call ECOS. And the main thing that we have to do is this kind of relationships. So thank you very much, and thank you for helping us in that job. Thank you very much. Welcome, all of you. As I say, we are very proud to have you here, and we are very happy. It's a pleasure to have you. And I welcome you very carefully. Good morning, everybody. Buenos días todos y todas. The government of Mexico City, through this Secretariat of Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation prioritizes activities of cooperation in order to promote academic and research programs, as well as the mobility and exchange of professors, researchers, and students. Therefore, the Secretariat has keen interest in establishing relationships of cooperation with the Swedish government and, in this occasion, with the Kingdom of Sweden Royal Institute of Technology. Sweden has been, throughout modern history, the cradle of leading scientists and technologies that have transformed the development of scientific knowledge in the whole society in the world. Suffice to mention personalities such as chemist Alfred Nobel, widely known for the invention of dynamite and for the international prize that bears his name. The astronomer and physicist Anders Celsius, to whom we owe, among other contributions, the creation of the secondary temperature scale, and the physicist Inga Fischer-Hjalmars, pioneer of applying quantum physics to theoretical chemistry. It is an honor for me to preside over this event that takes place within the context of the signature of an agreement orchestrated through a memorandum of understanding between Mexico City, SECTEI, and the Kingdom of Sweden Royal Institute of Technology. This agreement aims to establish a framework of cooperation in order to promote actions and projects regarding education, science, technology, and innovation, as well as in areas of common interest, such as environment, sustainability, smart cities, and you have a very important work in that case, urban mobility, electrification, and freight transport. All of these common areas together enable us to ensure that each today refer the right of the city. Sweden exemplifies clearly that when a nation supports science and technology, is doomed to progress. The contribution of Swedish scientists to the history of science would be unimaginable without recognizing the key role that science and technology state policies play in this country during more than 300 years. As a biologist myself, I cannot neglect to mention a particular example of one of my idols, Carl von Linné. In Mexico, we said Carlos Linneo, to whom we owe one of the important innovations in biology, the bionomial nomenclature system. He is also considered like the father of ecology. It's a very important role in the history of science. And such an impact on science, philosophy, and culture that the playwright and writer August von Strinderberg once declared. Linneo was a poet who happened to become a naturalist. He was a romantic in one sense. Even it is not apparent the relationship between the scientific legacy of Linneo and the agreement that brought us together today. It is nevertheless clear that in this occasion is possible because of the very existence of solid institutions such as the Royal Institute of Technology, where Carl von Linné actually worked. Today in Mexico City, KTH and SECTEI join forces. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to the Swedish nation for being an example at the international level in promoting science and technology, and I express my commitment to build a city of education, generator of knowledge, in order to enable, through the careful analysis of our reality, innovative solutions affecting not only our country, but most cities around the globe. This is our desire, and that's why we signed this agreement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Now I would like to invite you to stand up and have a picture, you know, the official picture of this. Magnus, would you like to come and join us, please?
Mari Carmen.
Mari Carmen, come also, please. Ahora se va a tomar la fotografía oficial. Pasa para acá, Magnus, por favor, con todos los representantes de la embajada y del Instituto KTH.
Mari Carmen.
Ven, Gerardo.
Todos, por favor, por favor. Aquí se pueden subir
Absolutely.
algunos.
Sí, atrás
Es
se
buena
puede.
idea.
En
¿Por qué no hay
Sí. You don't need a second floor.
You're tall enough to do that.
Yeah.